Hello there, how's it going? Are you good? Brilliant. So what I have for you today is FL Studio, and what I'm going to attempt to do is make some music. So this is how I set up my stuff, and this is the reason I have my monitors oriented in the direction they are oriented. This I have nothing, I can't do with it. This I can't do anything with because it's my laptop screen and that stays as it is. The only thing I've done with this screen is I've disabled the touch screen. This is a touch screen. I've disabled that because we don't need any of that. Okay, so my mixer is here. This is the playlist. This is a channel rack. And that is the piano roll. I did used to make these sorts of videos before. There weren't many of them, but they were made up until my GoPro stopped working, my previous. Right, okay, I just said GoPro. Now remember, like I said in my previous video, if I say that name, I've got to stop talking for a bit. Otherwise, it thinks I'm talking to it and it'll stop recording. So where were we? We were here in this room making some videos again. I've got a pattern loaded up and this pattern is going to be the kick. Let's go to the piano roll. Pattern 13 is this one. That is the kick. Just going to duplicate it a few times. Control, left click on the mouse, you can select shift as you click and it'll duplicate. These shortcuts you learn over time. Low that one, too low, that's it. Same goes for this side, press shift and click and it'll make a new one. Then you just drag it across and everything is gravy. Okay, so I've got this pattern here and I've named it hat. So this is how it sounds. And now I'll add some more to this. Added a clap to it. Now one thing I forgot to mention here is that this is supposed to be background music for my YouTube videos, and this is the process behind it. Right, so I've added a little synth to this, and this is a little, I think it's like a pluck. This is what it sounds like. Well, that's not what I've put there. This is what it sounds like. And that repeats throughout this section. Right, so what I'm going to do now is add something else to this. I'll keep doing that until I improve on what I have. And I don't know, just see where it goes. That's the whole idea. You know, you do things, you like them or you don't like them, you improve on them, and then you end up with a track. First, another drink of coffee. Right, so let's see what we can add to this. Now I'm going to select the synth that I've chosen and play this and see if we can do something on the keyboard. As simple as it is, I think I like it. So it's basically that, and then that. Peanut fair. Peanut is downstairs right now, sleeping somewhere downstairs. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start this from the beginning, and we can add some sort of a volume fade. So hit record and then press play. Right, so that's there, and now it's there. Now we'll add a bit of a fade. I'll use a volume control on the equalizer and automate the fade. Okay, there we have the automation clips. Let's add something else to it. So I'll let this play, and then what I'll do is I'll see if I can sort of come up with something else. If you make music, you know how it goes. let's go with that. Right, so here we go. This right there is what I just did, only I rendered it out as a WAV file. Right, so what I've done with this is I've sort of increased the stereo effect, and I think there's a bit of reverb in there as well. So what I'll do now is I'll just keep adding to it, and I think you're probably getting the general idea of things, which is good. Right, so what I've done now is I've added this to it, and this. So this is how this sounds. Okay, so I've changed a few things on this. I've added this kick. Well, I've made the pattern unique and I've altered it slightly. So this is what the length of them were. Like that. And this is basically double the length. So this is how it sounds. So it plays for a little longer. At the bottom here, I've added a dip in this automation. And this is the bass volume. So this is how it sounds. See that? It's subtle, but it works. And I might just do the same for the higher frequencies in the kick. What I'll do is just go like that. And that's it. I'll click on that and paste it over here. Put that in the same position there. Get rid of the beginning and the end. Might just make that unique. That way I can alter it slightly and it won't affect this one. Now if you listen carefully, what's happening is the beginning of that kick is being missed out. So what I've got to do is simply, I'm going to do them both at the same time, select all of these, and then keep all the volts and then drag these across a little. And that's better. So now I've got to do the same on these, and the way I'll do that is I'll just cut off a bit at the beginning, then drag that to the start, and that should be good to go. Yeah. Okay, so right here there was a clap that shouldn't have been there, so that's that one, and then the one on the end of this. Also, I think this needs to be added to the end of here. Right, so what I've done now is this I have rendered out as a WAV file. So rendering something out as a WAV file will help you if you have a low power CPU. I did it so I could chop it up a little more, change the pitch of certain parts of it, and a couple of other things. Now, what I did was I also changed this kick. So this is what the kick sounds like. So there's a bit of a change on that. This is what it sounds like. So yeah, I've kind of altered it a little bit. These hats weren't supposed to be at the beginning of this. Another thing I've just realized I could do is probably sidechain a few of these instruments. But the main thing I need to do is spruce up this little breakdown area, add something and switch this up a little bit to make it different from this bit. Just a few more things to do, I think, and we'll be there. And this is supposed to be a chill track for like background music and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Right then, so what I've done is I've rendered this out. That one in pink. And that is this. I've added a few symbols. These are the symbols. And I've added this pattern right here, and this pattern I will play right now. That I'll play it with the music. So yeah, that is this green pattern. That, and what else have I done? I've rearranged some of these hats and claps. Yeah, so it's beginning to sound a little more complete. There's still a bit more I want to do to it. So for now, that is all.